I personally believe that every voice matters, every words matter, majority doesn't exist, and everyone's matter. Hi, I'm Nick Antipov, LGBTQ plus defender, human rights activist from Belarus, Minsk. I have several identities also. I'm a queer person, I'm a queer activist, Belarusian, and also I'm political exile since after the 2020 protests which arose after the another rigged election, Belarusian presidential election. I live in exile in Berlin because my activism and my work carry risks of reprisal. I personally started my journey about storytelling maybe a long time ago when I co-founded a Makeout project about gender and sexuality, and the main idea is to amplify and saving voice of queer Belarusians and to find ourselves and in this matrix, in this spectre, what does it mean to be Belarusian and to be queer. So I believe and understand that through stories we can change people's mind. We can connect emotionally through just telling our stories. We hear the first thing when we were born, it was our parents or our relatives started telling our fairy tales or telling just tales, stories. I personally believe that through story we can influence, through stories we can create a space for ourselves. This is why after my project was, and my team was dispersed and my project was firstly liquidated by Belarusian authority, and in 2 years I decided that I wanted to continue to do something, and we made with my team a new project called Das Hip, because what authoritarian regimes doing not only in Belarus, talking about queers, queer topic and human rights, the authoritarian regime in all countries, they're trying to eliminate topics. They are targeted journalists, they target human rights defenders. But also, if talking about queers, they are burning our books, they are banning literature, liquidating and block our websites. This is exactly what the authoritarian regime, they wanted to sterile sphere where they can control it. So this is why I still believe that we have to create stories and we have to do it more and more and more. I started thinking about it very, very often that we as Belarusians and Eastern Europeans from post-socialist bloc, we inherited this passiveness because of the regimes from our country push all the resources to make our to be helpless and not to fight for it, not to act. And at the same time, since I'm living in Germany for 2 years, this is what exactly Alexander said, I started observing that Western European people, especially young generation people, for them democracy means it's to choose the type of cheese from your grocery store. And this is a paradox. You don't need authoritarian regime just to make people in your country not to be active. You don't need authoritarian regime. Just, living in this very chill, relaxed, carefree opportunities. I don't want to fight. I don't want to do anything. I can just live normal. And this is a problem which is using actually its tactics which authoritarian regime using right now, who wants to gain power, and especially in Germany, in another country where is so big problem with the far-right movements. So what I was thinking, but at the same time, 2020 protests showed us that democracy and freedom in Belarus and in Ukraine, 2022, democracy and freedom, we are not taking it for granted. We have to fight for it. And I also still believe that Eastern European activists, it's a hope for Western activists. I think we can we need to connect on a personal level as a civic society activist. We need to create this network of exchanging knowledges, challenges, and how can we, because authoritarian regimes, they doing very good. You know, they are so collective, they have a handbook, how to gain power in countries, and they doing by this handbook. And I think the civil society needs to get stronger and to mobilize. And I thought a lot in Belarus. I never thought that my queer identity in Belarus was equal being queer activist. I never thought to be a queer it means just be. So just to be myself. And this is how in Germany I realized that I'm reliving my second adolescence. Just queer joy, just to be. And I'm so angry. I'm angry more that I missed this such years. So this is why also my anger, I wanted to transform into something peaceful. And to continue to influence not only in my region but in the whole Europe.